Well, welcome to City Line. It is great to be in your home. We are Zooming from my kitchen, and first I want to say a huge thank you to Laura Proctor for filling in for me last week while I was on vacation. She is a delight, and I want to say thank you so much, Laura, for your time and for your talent. Our show this week is a big one. Later on, we'll be talking with Workforce Central about some of the programs they have coming up and how they are connecting employers with our younger generation of 16 to 24. You don't want to miss that. Tamar and Sam will be here for that. And then Palmer Scholars will be here. Jonathan and Christina are here to talk about some of the programs that they have and how they are reaching out to some of our high-tech industries and trade industries and making those opportunities available for our youth. Tacoma Historical Society will be here. Bill Barsma is here to talk about their brand new managing director, and you get to meet said managing director, so I won't spoil that. The Humane Society is here with their pet of the week. And with me right now are two individuals that you will recognize. We've had them before. I love them dearly. I'm talking about Lauren Walker-Lee, who is the Executive Director of Tacoma Community House. Welcome back, Lauren.
Thank you for having me, Amanda. It's great to be here.
It's good to have you. You also brought with you Jason Scales. Jason, you are the Director of Client Services and the Reach Center. Jason, welcome back.
Thank you very much for having me.
It's great to have you. So before we get started, after nearly 3 years, Lauren, as the Executive Director of Tacoma Community House, you have accepted a new position outside of Tacoma Community House. You have undoubtedly supported Tacoma Community House during some of its most challenging times. These past 3 years have been one for the books. And we're so sad to see you leave, but excited to hear what the future holds for you. And I don't even know what you're going to say yet next, because I don't know what you're up to. So Lauren, I'm going to be quiet, and you have the microphone.
Well, this is as much as a surprise to me as it is to you, Amanda. I was not looking for another job. I was actually on vacation. This is a whole different world of employment where there's lots of movement around, and a recruiter contacted me about working on the national scale on my old field of work, which was civil rights and fair housing discrimination issues. So one thing that I did in the state of Washington for over 20 years was worked with cities, counties, and the state on fair housing compliance. So I wrote like 25 reports and was working with elected officials and staff of all these agencies. And this agency was looking for someone to take the lead on that nationwide. It was a surprise to me. They wanted me to start last Monday of this week. There was another group that came out and asked me to serve as an expert witness on a fair housing case. All these crazy things of just coming back with the fair housing work that I worked on for so long. So that's what I'm going to be doing starting in early January, and I'm just really grateful that Jason is going to be picking up. I'm doing an amazing job here at Tacoma Community House.
Well, I'm sad, but I'm not, because you're staying in our community and you're taking all of the years of the goodness and the generosity and the intelligence that you have so generously shared with us, and we're still going to have it. So I can't be too sad, because you're still making the world a better place, Lauren Walker-Lee. And that's what all of us want to see you doing. So how does the board plan to fill the position? You mentioned that wonderful Jason here is stepping in as the interim executive director. And Jason, you're going to get tired of hearing this, but you know this to be true. Big shoes to fill. So how is the board going to make this happen, Lauren?
Well, and I argue with you on big shoes to fill. Jason has been with this organization for years, well respected by all the staff and the board members, very well connected. With some of the things that have happened in the past almost 3 years with just moving into a building, managing through a pandemic, financial things, and just everything that has happened, Jason's been here all along, and he's going to have a clean slate in front of him to just move the agency in a new direction. So I think that's exciting. Any organization, nonprofit or business-wise, that goes through this, I think we have an amazing board. They did a wide search last time. I still feel like I'm so lucky to have been chosen to be the executive director and be here for this time. But I don't know exactly what they're going to do other than take a deep breath, hopefully not move too quickly, just in terms of giving things some time to calm down and stabilize just a little bit more with the transition that Jason and I are doing, and take some time with figuring out what the staff want, what the community wants, what the board wants, and to move forward with that. I'm just thrilled that I just wanted to say Jason is a perfect person to be the interim. I'm hoping that they don't rush because he's really quite awesome.
I would agree with that statement. So Jason, Mr. Interim Executive Director, give us an idea of how you and Lauren are working to make this a very smooth transition.
Well, I'm very thankful for having the time for the transition, and Lauren's been great in the transition. We're meeting every day on a different topic to go through all the details of the stuff that we need to work on moving forward, especially the stuff like I have not been involved in. I currently work as the client services director, and so I know the services through and through. I know the great staff there through and through, but the big help with the finance stuff, some of how we recently moved into a new building and all the stuff that goes into that new building, working with the board and all the committees. She's just been a great resource this week and last week, and just a big help in really making sure that it's going to be a smooth transition, and to the outside world, we won't see a change to services or anything that happens. It's just, I'm very thankful for that.
Okay, so big question here, Jason. How can our viewers assist Tacoma Community House during this time?
Well, I think first and foremost, we're at our year-end campaign. So obviously, money always helps in terms of supporting our great staff and the clients who come through these doors. Getting the word out about what a great organization this is and the great work that we do. And I think the last thing is just, it's that time of year, just being kind and welcoming to those people in the community, young people who are homeless, immigrants and refugees. I think making them feel welcome in Tacoma and Pierce County is as big a help as anything, because we really value that group and the people that come to this country and that decide to settle in our community, and the young people who are working hard to build their lives. We're excited to be a part of their lives and have them in this community. And so others welcoming as well is just a great thing to do, especially during this time of year.
Spoken like a man that has deep roots in our community, and I love that you do. Lauren, as you look back at your time at Tacoma Community House, what are you personally most proud of?
Good question. Being able to serve a mission of an organization that is almost 112 years old. Being able to just move that through to focus on that mission, serving immigrants, refugees, youth and young adults, just the whole gamut of community services. Working with an amazing team to stabilize the agency during just so much change. It's just been really amazing. And keeping the doors open, virtually open or in person through a pandemic. The amount of stories of these amazing clients and being able to help them has been really wonderful. especially in regard to serving the immigrants and refugees, a group of people who are not always honored, to be working for an organization that is continually honoring them minute by minute, day by day.
I love that. As you look at that time, who would you like to recognize? Because I know it takes a village, and you live that village.
Well, the leadership team at the board of directors, Tim, Jason, and Doug, the board of directors has just been totally amazing. Just very busy with committee work and keeping the agency moving, and then of course the staff. The staff have been amazing to watch during this time with their generosity of spirit and kindness towards our clients and each other.
I love that. Lauren, our community is truly a better place. There's no way for me to say thank you for your time as the executive director of Tacoma Community House. You have lived there. You have breathed it. You have Tacoma community blood in your body. And that's because you had global compassion and empathy and the ability to touch people before you even got into this role. So I am so sad to see you go, but I am thrilled for our interim executive director. And I'm thrilled that, as I said, you are still in Washington State, making this world a better place. So I'm glad you didn't decide to move to Germany and that you're staying here. And Lauren, don't be a stranger, because I will stop you to get you back on City Line. You know that to be true.
You are very kind.
Yes. Well, thank you both so much for being here today. And Jason, we're going to have you back on in the new year to see how that transition is working and what we can do for you as well.